If you earn above 100,000 Kenyan shillings, by the way, for those who are watching internationally, that is equivalent to like $1,000. And you can agree with me, whichever the country that you live in Africa, if you make $1,000 per month, that's a great amount of money. If you're watching me from Western countries like so the UK, Germany, and whatever, that may not mean much. But if you're in a continent of Africa and you're earning yourself above $1,000, that is equivalent like to 100,000 of something of sort. That's a great amount of money. And I'm telling you, bearing in mind that the continent of Africa is actually a developing continent rapidly, most of the things are actually being put in order. You can do a great thing. And you know what? In Kenya, if you want that amount of money, you are under the 1%. Can you imagine this? 1% of the people, or let's say 2%, just for to clear the doubt. And by the way, you can check this information from the official website of the KNBS, Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, okay? 1%. You form, let's call it at 1.5% of total number of Kenyans, total Kenyan population. Very few. You know why? Over 70 or 80, let's say even 80% of Kenyans, they earn from 15,000 a month all the way to 60,000. That's where we have most of the Kenyans. We can say even close to 80, not even close, above 80% of Kenyans. This is what they earn. This 15,000 is equivalent to like $150, and 60,000, this is like $600 or something. Okay, depends on when you're watching the conversion rate and what have you. Okay, now if you earn 100,000 Kenyan shillings per month, or $1,000, this is what I want you to do. For God's sake, you are under the 1% population of this globe. And you know what they say? Only 2% of people in life, 2% of people, they tend to be excessively successful, or they are successful, okay? Therefore, it means by virtue of you earning this amount of salary, you already have a very nice and big platform. You've already been placed in a situation whereby you can totally financially transform yourself. You can do that. But is it happening? I bet the answer is no. Why? Because your mentality, the actions that you're taking right now, is one that is deterring you from achieving that specific thing. For example, if you're a celebrity, probably if you're a celebrity and you're watching these videos, or if you watch the celebrities, you find maybe they have a very nice body carvings and what have you, muscles. You see, when they tell you, wow, you look great, you're so handsome, you're so beautiful, and what have you, do you know what? The moment you tell them that, they try the best that they can to maintain that stature, that look. Can you imagine if you see a very nice celebrity, a model, she's very nice, elegant, probably Miss World, Miss whatever the thing they call it, and then the next minute you see her with a big tummy. And I'm not saying big tummy, but no, they're great individuals. We love them. We are not doing the body shaming. No, we are not saying it's bad, okay? Because some of them may have that kind of a structure because of the health issues. I totally understand and I respect them. So the point is, it is good to make sure that behave as if you earn 100,000. When I say behave as if you earn 100,000, I don't mean like you spend as if you earn 100,000. What would be the problem if you live, or if you spend as if you earn 50, and the other 50 you can channel towards an investment? Because you've been leapfrogged. You're in a situation whereby you are far much better. You are advantaged compared to the rest of the people. Let's check this. Let's say you even live in a house, maybe let's say worth like 18K per month. Let's say food is equivalent amount of money. Let's even the entertainment, you put like 20 G's out there and what have you. So entertainment, you can do the BT there, that's the black tax and what have you. How about even if you were just to save like 40,000 per month? You survive on 60%. 60% of that amount of money, do anything and everything you would like to do it. 40% of 40,000, channel that towards an investment. Each and every time, continuously, consistently. Tell me what will happen in the next 5 years. And I'm assuming that amount of money is not increasing. You're just getting a flat rate of 100 G's a month. What do you think would happen? But now the problem is you've already told your mind that I'm earning 100,000. So in everything that you do, you always have that figure in your head, I earn 100. If you go to shopping, I earn 100. Even if I squander right now, next month I have another 100. When I'm spending, you have to spend in 100,000th way. When you're going to buy something and you see somebody who maybe they earn 20,000, so you have to get something a little bit bigger than them just to prove a point that you earn 100. You see, the moment you sell yourself that mentality, I earn 100, I earn 100, I earn 100, and you know what? I'm under the 1.5% of Kenyans and what have you. So the moment you feed yourself that kind of a mentality, so even when you're looking, let's say you want to migrate from where you live to a different place, you still carry the mentality of I earn 100, I earn 100,000. So even when you are looking for a job, and then you tend to, do you know what? You see, even your partner can tell how much you make by the way how you behave. They can even have, they even have this, what do we call it? They have, those people, they have a certain taste of something. They can just see, the moment you order water, do you feel the pinch? The partner is observing you. The way you buy clothing, do you feel the pinch? They tend to gauge you and anticipate. Then if you can actually do that, you're telling them, I'm going to do this, you're spending this way, the type of the alcohol that you're taking, if you do, then they actually look at the way you behave, the type of a car you're thinking about, the type of a car you want to buy, the type of a car that you're having on loan and something, the language, the everything. Then they can anticipate this guy. And sometimes if you don't share the amount, how much you actually earn, you can get yourself on a crisis. You sell them an idea like you earn way a lot of money. Then for them, they also still present you with a bill of their demands. And then when they present you with a bill of their demands, guess what happens now? You find yourself on a crisis. You're barely saving nothing. Even your family members, you let them know you earn 100. Everybody knows you earn 100. The way you behave, the way you live, what you post on status, what you do on... Generally, by the time now you realized, you're so much delusioned to a point whereby you earn 100,000 Kenyan shillings a month, and guess what? You can only save 10K. Do you know what? If you earn 100 and you're saving 10, and there is somebody who is earning 40K, and they're saving 10, you're simply earning 40,000. You're on the same level. And this is what I'm going to introduce the part called, it is never about how much you make. It is always about, and I'm not saying that the much you make is not bad, or rather it's not good. It's amazing, it's okay. It's good to earn as much as you can. There's nothing wrong. But at the end result, what differentiates you from person A and B is not on how much you make. It's on how much do you retain. The retention capacity. Like, for example, you earn 100, you save 10. I asked this question before, and I'm going to ask you again. Say, this is brain A. This is brain A. Brain A earns 100 and saves 10. Brain B earns 40 and saves 10. Which brain would you pick? If you were to trade brains, which brain would you pick? Obviously, you go with the brain B. If the guy is earning 40 and is able to save 10, and the guy is earning 10, or rather 100 is able to save 10, if you subject this brain B to this amount of money, probably we are talking the language of half of the amount. This guy can save almost half of the amount. And the problem is, maybe there was a time you were earning at 40K. Now you've progressed to a point whereby you are now earning 100. What happened? You actually catch up with the amount of money you earn. And I gave that explanation. You aren't supposed to do that. And this is what I always tell people. Try as much as you can to hide your identity. What do you mean by hiding the identity? Try to live in a life that where people cannot even anticipate, cannot tell how much you make, how much you actually, return, how much you've invested, and all those kind. I know a time will come when you cannot hide the success. You can't hide two things. You can't hide success and love, yeah? A time will come when you can't hide it. It just burst the bubble and everyone will know you are successful. But not until then, play dumb. Play as if you don't know nothing is happening. If someone tells you, stop it. I'm thinking on how I can make it 110. I'm thinking on how I can be able to make an extra 10 a month so that I can have 110. See, you can take this. And do you know what? Do you know what, guys? It takes money to make money. Do you know that? It takes money to make money. And it takes a lot of money to make a lot of money. But how do you make a lot of money from money? See, let me ask a very simple question. If today I give you 40,000, you just come to my home and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 40,000, take and tell you, hey, go make me 10,000 at the end of the month. Will you take the deal? Come on, let me repeat. If you come to my home, I give you 40,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the beginning of the month. That's date 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Take. I tell you, I give you a challenge. Try as much as you can. Go make 10 out of that 40. Would you take the deal? Probably yes. Well, I know it's a little bit harder, but then compare that situation and you show up to my place. I tell you, hey, you know what? At this particular month, I want you to go and make 10,000. I've given you nothing. So between the two deals, which one would you take? You take the deal that I'm giving you the 40. Why? Because it takes money to make money. Because you can think of, okay, fine, I have 40 G's here. Therefore, I can show up to a place. Maybe I can set up a makeshift business somewhere. You know what? I can be able to. If I tell you this, what if I change the language and I tell you this? Okay, fine, I'm going to give you this 40 G's. You go make 10. And by the way, if you succeed to make 10, I'll give you the 40. I'm telling you, you try the best as you can to go make that 10 and bring it back. And some people will be like, hey, what if I don't do nothing? I just take 10 from the 40. Now, I'm just assume all those constant for my message to make sense. You know what? Just don't overthink. Okay? Now, the point is, it takes time. It takes rather money to make money. So if you manage to save this amount of money per month, save the month, 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, by the time now you're talking about month 10, you have yourself 400K. If you take 400K and put it in a money market fund, giving you an interest rate of, let's even say the lowest of 12%. So if it's giving you the 12%, then it means the 100% is giving, or 100,000 is giving you 12,000. 12,000 multiplied by 4, that is 48,000. 48,000, then you have to divide that by per year. 48,000, you have a couple of thousands per month. You have a couple of thousands per month by simply taking that money that you've saved for the next 10 years, or rather 10 months. You put it in a money market fund. Yes, it's not giving you an outrageous amount of money. And don't get misquote me. You know what? These investments where I told you it's more of a capital preservation and earning you something cautions you from an inflation. If you want to make money and hasten the period, then you have to go into the business way. You have to look for the services that you can offer to solve people's problem and try to scale down that business or that engagement so that you can do something and grow to the next. That is exactly, those are the principles that you have to follow. So therefore means that money that is 400 G's somewhere in a bank or can actually be taken into a place whereby it's earning you something as you look forward what you can be able to do. And sometimes you don't have to think so hard. You have just to think around of what you do. Say you're a teacher, you can do something. You say you're a counselor, somewhere employed by something, you can do something. Let's say you're advisor of something, you can be able to do. You just think around on what exactly you'll be able to do. Then tailor down on that, and then you can be able to make as much as you can from that lineage. That is exactly how you do it. So if you earn that amount of money, then you stand a very high point to actually do something. When we talk the language of a million should not be a stress to you. You can be able to achieve it. You're only 10 months away from getting a million Kenyan shillings. That is, you're only 10 months away from getting a billion, Bob. And guess what I said last time? If you were to take a million, Bob, divided into 10,000, into pockets of 10,000, you'll have 100 of them. Pockets of 10,000. Guess how many you'll have them? You'll have 100 of them. And if you can save only 40,000, guess what? At a rate of every 1 month, you are saving 4 of them. And you need 100. Then it means then you need 100 divided by 4. You need 25 times. You only need 25 months to get yourself a million. And by the way, you know what? You don't need 25 months to get yourself a million. 25 months, divide this by 12. You kind of need like 2 years and something, 2.5 years or something. But then I can assure you, by the time now you're saving that money in the period of 2.5 years, you won't have yourself 1 million. You'll have more. Why? Put it in what we call the compound interest. True. Simple. You'll have more than 1 million in that period of time. If your dream is to actually reach a million. But then can you just imagine how long it will take you if you're only saving 10 and you're earning 100? It will take you a lot of time, I'm telling you. Not lying. So the point is, you're only 10 months away from reaching a million shilling. And once you hit a million shilling, just don't sell your idea that you are a millionaire. Just remember there is somebody in New York who is $1 million richer. You're only millionaire in Kenyan shilling. Okay, fine. The language of the New York may not augur with you. Maybe you have a neighboring country that has a better currency. For example, with all the due respect, let's say you're a millionaire in Uganda. You come to Kenya. You're talking about a couple of 30,000, 33,000 or 35,000. Depends on the interest rate or the conversion rate. So you cannot really brag there and say, hey, I'm a millionaire. I'm not saying you should be comparing yourself with people. I'm just telling you this so that the moment you feel like a pride is about to emanate, you kill it. You suppress it. You say, you're barely getting started. Hang on. Just hang on. The moment you manage to be a Kenyan millionaire, you go to Ethiopia. For example, Ethiopia has a stronger currency than we have. The birr. Birr is higher than us. I think it's by 2. I think 1 birr is equivalent to 3 shillings. So if you are a millionaire in Kenyan shillings, trying to be like, if I was to show up to Ethiopia, can I be a millionaire? Amazing. Amazing. You get her from birr. You go maybe to South African rand. It's ahead of us. You know, I'm referring to Kenya. One rand, South African rand, is equivalent to like 7 or something. Can I then be a millionaire in South Africa? Yes, 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 I can. I'm moving forward. And now you get out of the line. You go maybe something like Libya, 1D9, whatever. You move that, you move that, you move that. So that you become a global citizen. But the moment now you confine yourself with one cocoon and you're like, hey, this is where the pride is usually manufactured. When you confine yourself with a cocoon and you're telling yourself left and right, I'm a millionaire, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm okay, I'm rich, I'm doing this, and you spoil yourself. But the now time you show up out of the cocoon, everyone is $1 million millionaire, and you're like, what exactly did happen? So I'm not saying overall it's not the issue of competing with others. In real sense, yes, we are competing, that's for sure. But the point is good to compare you with your yesterday, but at the same time, the moment you realize there is a sort of a pride that is coming up, just say, hey, there is a next individual who did that. So I better shut up. Just shut up. You just shut up. You just shut up as you move along. And that, because humility is a very, very amazing thing. We are short of glory sometimes and grace. Sometimes we do things that are not okay, but we can try as much. We strive as much as we can by the grace of God. And then we can be able to strive ourselves to the next level. Anyway, guys, guess what? If you're earning 100,000, stop playing the excuse game. These are the people who should not even be watching news. These are the people who, if you're earning this amount of money, just consider yourself lucky in Kenya. And if you're earning this amount of money, these are the people who, if you can actually be a little bit serious and concentrate on what you're doing, I'm telling you, you're on the right track. You can make it. You can do it. Just shake off all those unnecessities, things that you're doing. Get off the liabilities that you're having. You're gonna get them. You know what? If you're earning this amount of money, you only need like 6 years or something, or even let's say even 10. Let's say even you are lucky, you got that amount of money and you are at 25. By 35, let's say you're even at 40. By 50, you're good to go. You can enjoy your life. Let's say when you're at 50, you can enjoy the thing. So the thing is, just delay the gratification and you can be able to do something. For now, it's a goodbye. And don't forget, you can always grab the number of mine from the description of this specific video and you can do something as far as the investments are concerned. For now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one.